You're surrounded by all the correct equipment.
It's quite all right, my friend.
It's
Quite all right. Hand me the kick drum, Mike. I want that. Welcome to None of This Matters. This is episode 8 at this point.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
We made it this far.
Yeah, dude.
Can't kill us now.
This is the longest I've ever made it without giving up on anything in my life.
8 episodes, 8 tries.
Excellent. I'm Danny Kopich.
This is James Mann.
Fucking just sitting here killing it. How's your week going, man?
I'm so happy it's over, man.
I barely got to talk to you at all this week.
I know. I've been busy. I've been real busy. I haven't been sleeping. That's my problem. I need to sleep. I need a full day of sleep.
Why haven't you been sleeping?
Because I've been working and doing a whole bunch of shit, and I need to rest. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I'm going to get up at 3 in the afternoon.
Weren't you supposed to play some show? And I say show because I say that with quotations around it.
I put the quotations around supposed to.
So what happened exactly?
Oh, no one remembers who asked us about the show or where that message is between personal messages, regular messages, Facebook messages, it's a stupid band page app that anybody who's ever used just if you like it. If you could write to me why you like it and explain to me so that I can hear another opinion, because that thing sucks. What? Having all the different apps, the Pages app on Facebook.
Fucking throwing it up. I'm throwing my goddamn white flag.
He's willing me away with a real flamboyant flap of the wrist.
Be gone. Be gone, peasant.
There you go.
Take him to the guillotine.
Now it's class warfare. Now it's getting good.
Take him to the guillotine.
Guillotine.
Yo.
Don't say it like an American. Nuclear.
Nuclear. It's like new metal.
No, that sounds nuclear. That sounds like the company that takes over the end of the world. Nuclear.
Nuclear. You know who's spearheading it?
Pesky emotions? Try nuclear.
Nuclear. Clear eyes are awesome. Nuclear eyes are awesome. The fuck? Whatever happened to Ben Stein? Remember that motherfucker? Win Ben Stein's money.
Why did he stop doing Clear Eyes commercials?
I don't know, man.
He was the voice of the stoner that never smoked. Or maybe he probably did.
No, he apparently was like a staunch conservative. I've seen him on like Fox News before.
Oh.
Like giving his like anti-Obama fucking rhetoric a couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Ben Stein?
Staunch. Oh, he was a fucking advisor to Nixon before he became an actor. That's what he did. He was full on in politics.
Wow.
Yeah, Ben Stein was a fucking advisor for President Richard Nixon, the all honorable.
Who would have thought Al Frankel was going to be the reasonable one?
Who? Al Franco?
Frankel.
Who's Frankel?
He did. Oh, he was another guy. He was on Saturday Night Live. He's like the senator from like Minnesota.
Al Franken.
Franken. What'd I say?
Yeah, Al Franco. El Frico.
He's actually James Franco's older brother. You just didn't know that.
He is El Franco.
This is why we don't discuss politics, because we're not that good at it.
Mistake. I know he's a senator.
Like Minnesota,
for sure.
Wisconsin, something up there.
He's in depth for sure. A senator of a Midwestern state. Al Franken. I heard every cast member that was ever on any podcast telling the old SNL stories that Al Franken apparently is kind of a prick.
Probably.
That makes sense. He went into politics.
Yeah, exactly.
Only pricks go into politics.
Ooh, a low blow.
I don't really care.
No.
I still fucking subscribe to the idea that I don't know, man.
What he's trying to say is he still subscribes to Nickelodeon magazine. He enjoys the puzzles. He likes to find out what iCarly's up to.
I actually have a subscription because I clicked one of those buttons that I'll be able to download like a song for fucking 3 subscriptions for the rest of my life. Has
anybody else received my petition to bring back hit clips?
The fuck is hit clips?
Oh, man.
I don't know what it is, but I already love it. Remember iMesh?
No.
Remember Kazaa? Kaza?
I said Kaza, so Kazaa just bothered me. Sounds pompous.
Kazaa.
I downloaded my free music on Kazaa. Well, fuck you.
I pirated my Metallica off Kazaa. Then there was Dusha Kazaa Lite for the casual downloader. Kazaa was for the heavy in bulk. Like, I'm trying to rob Lars Ulrich blind over here. And they made Kazaa Lite for the casual music going person. Wants to download just 1 or 2 songs here every day. Doesn't want to rob the musician, but just, wants to remove a Twix out of the aisle walking out of the 7-Eleven. No big deal.
God damn, bro, you went with that.
Yeah,
you
man.
Really went with that. I was just thinking, like, I think I got most of my content from LimeWire in my history. Like, that was what.
Now, LimeWire sketched me out.
Oh, it was super sketchy. There was a lot of bugs on there, but like, I got a lot of shit. That was like my peak of like storage and music at the same time, and all of it's gone. Like, all those hard drives crashed, or the computer wasn't taken care of, or the laptop crashed. Like, I've purged my entire music collection unintentionally so many times. From like, I remember the first time when I was like 16, and my CD book, my like zip up plastic sleeve, like 2x2 CD book, like the big one,
all had one
like
of those.
Disappeared one day out of the car, and like that was it. Like, that had everything in it. Like, I was back to square one.
You know
really
what?
Quickly.
You know what? Fucking, I loved growing up. AIM Get File. In the Long Island scene, there was a huge like community of AIM Get Files. There used to be the MySpace Get File group where you would post what you were looking for, and then someone would say, "All right, I got that. Here's my screen name." And then in turn, that person would be like, "Do you have this?" And they would, or you pretty much what you have to do is you only knew each other through this group, but your folder would be open to each other to kind of rate each other's music shit, and it'd be cool. I miss that. And SoulSeek, which apparently is still a thing.
Really?
Yeah, SoulSeek is still a thing, and there's still plenty of content on there. And that's where all like the rare underground shit is. Because SoulSeek was where I would find like everyone's like demos.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the fucking Darkest Hour in 1995.
Who leaked on SoulSeek, and then when I found out about him, I think that wasn't the brand new demos, was it?
The what?
The brand new demos before Devil and God, when they had like an entire album worth of shit that was leaked.
Yeah, the fucking.
That was around that time.
That was like 05. Anyway, today's episode we got Nightmare Police, which unfortunately you had to sit out for because you were sick as a goddamn dog.
I was really bad. Like, I started being sick like that Thursday, and by Sleepin's interview, I was barely standing. I was like on this perfect blend of like half and half Robitussin and Red Bull, so just enough to make
that sounds awful.
Stop the pain and keep me going. Well, it proved to work because it was a 48-hour thing, but like this second interview fell like right in the middle of that 48 hours also. So like I missed everything. I was supposed to go to the Sleep-In gig. I missed that. I missed the interview the next day. And then the next week, everybody else got sick, but with something completely different, so it wasn't my fault. I was totally off the hook. They had a stomach thing. My stomach was fine the whole time. Like, I was sick, but I was eating like Taco Bell like a champ.
Listen, you don't have to explain it to me. I'm docking your pay either way.
I don't get paid. Well, now you owe me.
Now your wages are -50.
Actually, no. I get paid in weed, so you're gonna have to. We're gonna need some of that blood.
You're gonna have to.
You can have it back. We're just gonna drain the THC out of it. We haven't figured out how to do it yet. We figure you can boil it. We're gonna reduce it down like a sauce, and then we'll put it back.
What you just inhaled, I need you to exhale back out at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna pump your lungs.
Anyways, fucking Nightmare Police have an album coming out in June. They're going to be officially announcing all of that soon. Very, very soon. And we were actually supposed to get some information from Ian, but unfortunately some things fell through, but it's all good.
Oh, wait, so we're not announcing, or we are announcing?
Nah.
Well, we just did. We just let everybody else know that they have news.
They're coming out with an EP in June. It's from, you'll hear in the interview they describe it. It's going to be a lot more aggressive. It's done. It's finished.
Don't worry.
So I think that Ian just told me at this point they're just finalizing artwork and all the logistics of everything, and they're gonna announce officially with a song, which unfortunately a song wasn't ready for them to debut with us. So it's all good regardless.
So what are we playing instead?
18.
Oh.
Yeah. So of course. So anyway, it was fucking good having him on. And yeah, you weren't here, you bastard.
I really pissed that I missed it.
Yeah, man. How pissed are you?
I'm super pissed. I was
scale of 1
I should have called
27.
no show your ass, but I let you know. I was mature about it. Did the professional thing.
Yeah, buddy. If you no call no show, I'm suspending you.
1 week no pay. Yeah. I don't get paid. 1 week.
Yeah, man. You know what I found out right before the interview? I didn't know prior to. Did you know Nightmare Police was an acoustic thing?
I think I did know that.
It started as a 2-piece acoustic thing.
I think that's what I was first introduced to it as, was mostly acoustic songs.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about, James? Anything else you want to, throw out there?
Want to chew the fat.
Chew the fat, man. You're trying to chew through the bone. Like a goddamn hunter. Like a goddamn predator in the fucking dark, in the wilderness. Because listen, let me tell you something about predators. You know who doesn't like predators? Fucking penguins. Penguins.
Fuck. I walked into that. Fucking bullshit. That's it.
No.
Penguins are gonna go extinct tomorrow, and you'd be like, "Why?" And I'd be like, "My bad." Like, there was no nice way of telling you it. So instead, I committed genocide of a species.
It's all good, man. I'll just fucking hashtag James Mann genocided the penguins, and then you're gonna have every goddamn like Greenpeace environmentalist at your damn door.
That's fine. I open them with welcome arms. I wrote Green Party.
Yeah, but they're gonna be like, "You killed the penguins, you fuck, you rat fuck." They're gonna be calling you.
Ain't no blood on my hands.
You're gonna have some fucking like dreadlocked hippie girl. They're just in a thick like Italian old school New York accent. Be like, "Hey, look, come here, you rat fuck. What'd you do to the fucking penguins?"
We do have some aggressive hippies here in New York.
You want to cleanse your chakras, you rat fuck, you piece of shit.
Come over here, let's do some fucking yoga and chill the fuck out.
Yo, you got a fucking bongo there, drum there, buddy? Come over here, fucking bang that shit over here. We got a fucking circle going.
Dead ass, bro? Dead ass?
Sorry.
You're jumping on this anti-Italian bandwagon
What
here.
do you mean anti-Italian?
Now there's been a lot more Italian memes, and there's been a lot, like a huge like fight back against them.
I ain't. What? I'm not doing anything. Why you gotta make me feel? Why is it on this show whenever I say anything, someone immediately makes me feel bad? Is it
because you try to start a war between Italy and Poland, and I'm telling you that it's not cool.
What are you saying, bro? What are you even saying? No, seriously, what are you saying?
What am I saying? I don't know.
That wasn't a rhetorical question. That was an actual question.
It's like dribble. It's like vocal diarrhea at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm shot. I'm just whatever comes to my head. There's no filter. Not like I normally have one, but like now it's just.
That's great, man. You feeling like the guy who got kicked off United?
I'm just doing live Rorschach readings of my brain and. Fuck, every single one of them looks like shit.
You know what pisses me off about the fucking guy who got kicked off United? And like,
I haven't found the video yet. I wanted to see him getting yanked off to see, like, make my own opinion. All I got is all this, like, response shit. I can't even find, like, the actual content. I didn't put in more than, like, 35 seconds. I think I Googled it, and it was, like, a page full of just, like, news ads, like, from the days past. And
here. Let me pull this up.
I'm gonna watch this on radio where it really, really helps.
Yeah, this is excellent because we'll be able to document your reaction there.
That's
what
good.
do we got? Everything's a fucking.
Wow, is that it? These are people's responses at the same. And that was because they were overbooked.
Yeah, because they knew they needed to fly a United crew member. Otherwise,
why is he bleeding?
Because they smashed his face into a fucking armrest.
Viral video that's been causing jaws to drop all day long. Horrified passengers.
Yeah, dude, that shit is fucked.
Unusual.
Worked up at the airport for years.
All right,
yeah, man, holy shit. And it's not like it was just like I was expecting, like when I heard that someone got dragged off a plane and it was overbooked. I feel like my head I filled in the story that like they told everyone they couldn't get on, but some guy was like insisting. He was kind of a dick anyway, so he slides on the plane, and then they catch him in the seat he's not supposed to be in. No, there was a fucking 4 people chosen at random. One of them was a doctor, and they couldn't go, all right, yeah, you're right, let's pick somebody else.
No, you know what's even more fucked up? Listen to the CEO's response that came out like fucking 3 hours after this PR disaster.
Is this what everyone's been ripping apart? Because I saw like a bunch of really solid fucking posts from like Southwest and shit like that.
No,
we're not gonna drag you.
There's several posts that he made, but this is the first one that he put out. This is fucking ridiculous. This is an upsetting event to all of us here at United. I apologize for having to reaccommodate these customers. Just think about that. He got his face bashed in. We apologize. We apologize for reaccommodating your fucking canines where your fucking molars should be.
You know how that came about? He's like fuck, I gotta get a response. The guy was a moron. He's like, and he wrote on a piece of paper, my bad, we're really fucking sorry. And he went over to his secretary. He's like, here, make this sound good. and then walked away.
Let me finish. There's still. I apologize for having to reaccommodate these customers. Our team is moving with a sense of urgency to work with the authorities and conduct our own detailed review of what happened.
Sense of urgency, not actual urgency. They're just thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we should be doing a lot. We should be moving a lot faster than we are right now. A sense of urgency. We should probably get out of here soon. They're not getting out of here, but they're thinking about it. A sense of urgency.
Here's my second favorite part of it. Because my favorite part is to reaccommodate. Because when I
he's like, he made sure, he's like, make sure that in the wording in there that they know that we were doing something for them.
Yeah.
That's
no, I just
slime balls.
I just think of like.
See, I'm pissed though because I did just book my fucking flight back from Vegas, and United flights are about to be dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like I guess it's just an opportunist kind of position or advantageous.
All right, hold on. Anyway,
I don't have a lot of money. I need cheap flights.
Let me finish. All right, let me finish this because this is my second.
I don't support him.
Let me finish this because this is my second favorite part of the statement. We are also reaching out to this passenger to talk to him directly and further address and resolve the situation. I just picture like Joe Pesci showing up with a baseball bat. You gonna fucking say anything? You gonna talk? You gonna sue? You gonna fucking say anything?
Nah, just a really nice Hallmark card with a little pair of wings inside that says, "We're sorry we fucked you up so bad. Here's some frequent flyer miles. Not enough to go anywhere, but you're in the right track."
We have to it's like, yeah, we have to reaccommodate. We have to reaccommodate where his kneecaps were.
I was gonna say we have to reaccommodate your face to your nose, and then let you know that you have no rights on our plane.
That's fucking ridiculous. And all the more, it wasn't even because they needed to, other paying customers or whatnot.
Yeah.
It was literally to fly fucking crew members. Think of how uncomfortable it must have been for those crew members. Or
afterwards. Yeah, right? He had to sit there the whole fucking plane ride after, like, he's like, and he was probably the whole time, he's like, it's fine, man. I'll just take the next flight. I'll wait a couple. I'll just, it'll be fine. I'll just hang over for 3 hours. And they're like, no, you're getting on this one.
Actually, no.
Go get security. We're going to go get you a seat.
I stand corrected. They let that guy back onto the plane to catch his flight. Because like after the whole thing, they eventually it's like, all right, it's going to cause.
But what are we going to do now? Yeah,
it's like it's going to cause more damage if we.
Exactly. Now we're holding him against his will.
And
we refused him a flight on the plane, even though he was not a security risk and he didn't do anything wrong. Yeah.
But yeah, I was reading that the other passengers that took the places of the ones that volunteered to leave.
Yeah.
Were everyone on the plane was not kind to them. And I'm sure they were uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah, right? Man, that's just walking in the line. Because you imagine, like, the people who were taking the seats that work for the airline, they're just at fucking work.
Yeah, man.
They're obviously traveling on the plane to go to work farther, and, like, the plane ride's not exactly, like, a half hour. So, like, they're in it. They don't know what they're getting into. They just stand there with their baggage and wait for whatever the guys that handle that shit do it, I don't know why they had to end up on a fucking booked flight, like...
I don't know. So far, 2017 is off too. Just a series of PR disasters.
A lot of fuck ups.
Full on PR disasters. It's hilarious.
Man,
Dude, Pepsi with the fucking Kendall Jenner. All the memes though that are coming out of the whole Pepsi thing and the fucking United thing. The Pepsi thing. You don't know about that?
That's how like I am not up to date.
Holy shit!
Anything,
so Kendall Jenner, one of the like quote like Kardashians, like this is a half sister of one of them. She had a Pepsi commercial where there's like, I guess like this protest that I guess that's supposed to, mimic one of the Black Lives Matters or one of the like, women's rights protests.
In the Pepsi commercial?
And everyone's walking down with signs.
That say the Pepsi logo or something.
No. They're like, peace signs and everything, right? And Kendall Jenner is in the middle of a photo shoot as she's like, dressed up with her like, fucking $1 million dress with her fucking full face of makeup. The whole protest is going by and she's like looking over and like intrigued. Halfway through this protest, she like rips off like the dress to like reveal like normal like clothes, like a fucking like wipes all of her makeup off to show like a less made up face that's supposed to make to look natural. And she walks through the crowd with a can of Pepsi and she's like cheering on with everybody. Everybody's smiling, everyone's happy, and they walk up to like a crew of cops. There's like, like all these like soldiers and cops, and that's what they march up to. And then they stop, and it's like, the old face off, like, the girl putting the flower in the gun.
Yeah.
Except instead
she hands him a Pepsi.
She hands him a fucking Pepsi. Oh my fucking
God, dude. This is the shit that I miss. I don't have cable anymore. I cut the cord, man. I'm still paying like $100 for internet, but like fucking This is what I don't get from like not watching modern commercials and like skipping every ad.
I didn't know about this from TV. This was a full on viral thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if you follow like any meme page, they've been mocking the shit out of it. Like it's like Martin Luther King.
No, I've seen that. I just didn't get what they were making fun of. Like,
yeah,
sometimes you don't get shit and you don't want to admit that you don't get it because you're just not in on it, and then you got to ask these stupid fucking questions. So instead, I do it over the fucking radio. This way, like, everybody knows I didn't fucking know what that cool new meme was about the cool commercial.
So that's what, when everybody's saying, you know, some sort of injustice or someone got hurt in any way, it's like someone should have gotten them a Pepsi. Where you see the meme of like Martin Luther King like fucking like getting arrested.
Yeah,
it's like man, I wish I had a Pepsi.
Oh shit!
Like the meme of Martin Luther King like marching, and you just see Kendall Jenner like right next to him holding a can of Pepsi.
Oh man!
And Pepsi immediately apologized for that. They pulled the fucking commercial, got rid of that shit immediately. It was fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Someone thought they really hit it off with that idea too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we're gonna take advantage of this whole fucking political climate.
Yeah,
we're gonna sell some sodas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fucking weird. So yeah, no, it was that. And now we got the whole United thing. I'm waiting for the next fucking major PR disaster. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, man, there's got to be another good one coming up. I mean,
I feel like this is the year for that.
Oh, you know what?
Yo,
how about that time we dropped that Moab-sized bomb on that fucking that little town, and we hit like fucking 16 allies and a whole bunch of civilians, and like partially destroyed an air base that was still operating later on that day.
Nah.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
Yeah, all this shit is just fucked. I don't know. You know what I'm bummed about? You know what's the most fucked?
What?
Charlie Murphy's dead.
Yeah, right? God damn it. I wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't expecting that.
That hit me harder than like I thought.
Dude, I thought that was a fake article at first.
Yeah, I was positive it was one of the bullshit like ones. And I'm like, usually usually you pick someone at least who's close to death. And I'm like, no, leukemia, 59, even his family didn't know.
57.
I'm like, fuck. Yeah, 57, fuck.
In some ways, I think Charlie Murphy was funnier than Eddie Murphy. Even though Eddie Murphy is one of the OGs of the comedy and one of the greats to do it, Charlie Murphy had this sort of like
Well, that's because Eddie Murphy like started up high and then like slowly died off, and then like Charlie Murphy got better with time.
Well, I heard from somebody that Eddie Murphy never actually wrote all of his jokes. He had a writing partner.
Yeah, and Charlie Murphy was
No, it wasn't Charlie Murphy. This is completely separate outside of Charlie Murphy. That Eddie Murphy had a writing partner, and after I think Raw or Delirious, whatever the second one was, after that they had a falling out. Mm-hmm. And that's why Eddie Murphy started doing only movies and stopped doing stand-up because he didn't have a writer. And now, since he's been talking about it, I might go back to doing stand-up. Word is they kind of like, you know, patch things up. They're friends again.
That'd be sick. I mean, Eddie Murphy's still one of the greats.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's just a lot of the family-friendly shit lately. It's just like,
Yeah, I miss raw Eddie Murphy. No pun intended, but I miss when Eddie Murphy was like, his humor was raw and fucking biting.
Probably gonna go ahead and watch the worst but best Beverly Hills Cop.
3?
Yeah. Totally fucking 3. You knew it was 3. We were at like the right age when that came out that we could appreciate it just for the fact that like it was neat. But everyone else who like was older and was into that, I'm just like that was the shit. I was the shit one of them. Edwin Murphy.
True story that my family like uses like this accountant for like taxis and shit. The guy's apparently like a magician. I don't know. I used him like once or twice, but his name is like Edwin Murphy, and he doesn't take too kindly to the puns. Feel me?
Yeah.
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 Not even a pun, just everyone calling him Eddie.
It's just like, I did that. I tried doing the Eddie Murphy laugh to him once, and he wasn't feeling it.
Yeah,
he just looked at me. I was like,
He's got a lot of those jokes for a long time.
Yeah, it's like fucking Michael Bolton from Office Space. All right. Anyway, we're fucking going off too far here. This is me, Nightmare Police. They got an album, EP coming out in June. Follow them on Facebook, Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, the whole shebang. Check them out on YouTube. They have a music video for 18 and the title track from the EP. And yeah, anything you want to touch on there, old Jimmy?
You gotta stop putting me on the spot like that. I don't always have something to add.
Well, you gotta be ready, man. Be ready. Be ready. I'm docking your pay.
That's fucking. God damn it! Back in the negatives. Shit, this fucking show's costing me money.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. Enjoy. This is me, Nightmare Police. Have a good one. I can't tell you, baby, that's what I'm about.
No, and a lot of the deals now are like 360 deals. So like you get,
What do you mean 360 deals?
like they take a percentage of everything.
Oh, okay.
Like merch, they take a percentage of merch, they take
No.
a percentage of guarantees. Yeah, the labels are taking that now instead of just record sales.
So if you're authentically on tour, you have merch, you're selling merch every single night to fucking sleep, have a hotel room and sleep in for the night, you have food to eat for the night. You still have to give them, once you get back from tour, a percentage of what you made on merch.
Yeah. And guarantee. It's like
I'd
it's
tell them to
it's
fuck off unless
insane.
they're shelling out money for the merch. I'd be like, I'm not going to pay for the merch and then give you a percentage of it.
I mean, I've heard percentage of guarantees, like if it's like a good tour package and like a booker put it together, but I never heard percentage of merch. Like
for labels, because labels usually will buy the merch for you.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They get a percentage back. You got to pay them back for it, and then they take a percentage on top.
Gotcha.
Jared was telling me, our mixer was telling me that he wants us to look for a label to put out, to get vinyl copies of our new record. Because our record is going to be done being mixed in like the next week.
Yeah, so it's already like fully, like everything's ready to go more or
Just
less.
about, yeah.
Yeah. You get like a name, artwork, and stuff like that?
We're working on the artwork. We have a couple of ideas. Joe had a good idea that I really like. I told Jesus about it.
I like it. I like it too. I'm all about it.
I mean, what's the sound going to be like on this new album?
They're all different, man. Every song's fucking so different.
Every song is pretty different on this new record. It's kind of hard to describe because like we kind of, I guess, took it in a little bit of a different direction. Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't even know.
Okay.
Been recording for like the past 5 minutes.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
all right.
I guess we're just like taking it in like a different direction. Not really like so far away from what we were. It's just a little, I guess it's a little grittier, a little more raw.
Okay.
I feel like it's less poppy.
It's a little less poppy. We still have a couple of poppy songs on
It's
it.
raw. It's raw, man.
But it's raw. There's a little more like rasp voice in it. There's a little more like screaming in it.
All right, sick.
But it still has those same influences.
That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
This guy can
Definitely a
scream.
little more
This-
aggressive.
yeah.
That's what when
It's emotional, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I've gotten that feedback from
Sick.
the demos that have been shown. It's very emotional.
when you guys think you're gonna like possibly even like release like the first song, like you have like a time frame or something. I know
We-
you guys are still in like the planning stages and everything.
We do actually. The company that we're working with for publicity sent us like a time frame. It looks like it's going to be probably in sometime in mid-April. We're going to be dropping the first song, probably
Awesome.
in like a couple of weeks. That's why we're kind of trying to get the mixes done like this week, so that we have something to release. With the artwork and everything like that. So we're in crunch time right now as far as like our time schedule and everything. And dropping everything and getting the right release times and everything like that. So it makes for a lot of stress,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's
It's getting done, though. So
it's
that's,
getting all done. So
Yeah,
I'm so ready to just release the whole thing.
can't wait for the show.
I can't wait for it to
the
just
release
drop.
show
And I
and
want
just
I
kind
want
of
to
like, all right, it's fucking out of the way.
Dude, I mean, I'm fucking excited to hear this, 'cause especially that now that you said it's more aggressive. I just found out that you started as an acoustic act.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's nothing like the acoustic.
Yeah, no, that's
not at all.
it's,
Not
it's,
at all.
it's definitely a
Oh my
nice
God.
little progression, but it's funny to see because you started as you were doing the acoustic thing in what, like 2013, 2014?
Around then, 2013, 2014. We did that for like a year and a half. Me and Justin.
Yeah.
You remember Justin,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. We did that for like a year and a half, and we did a couple of tours with it. and that was fun. It just, I wasn't really feeling it, and we were like, it was time to like start recording new music, and
Well, I was trying.
he wanted to stay acoustic, and I didn't really want to stay acoustic, and like that's kind of just how it ended up. It just didn't really.
Well, how did it sound? Because I was trying to find some of the old stuff. Because I was trying to because I know the EP, but I was trying to find like anything else I could just so I can kind of get a better grasp on your trajectory from where you guys started to where you're going. Well, I couldn't find fucking anything.
I know. I took it all down. I took it all
I
down.
found some of it on my computer like yesterday.
Oh, really?
I was going through the Nightmare Police folder, like trying to organize it. I was like, done it so many times. What's this gonna say? I just started laughing. I was like, okay, so this is different.
Like, what did it sound like? If you can just
The vocal effect in Done It So Many Times is similar to the one that is in the new stuff, actually. That was the one thing where, it's kind of got that, like, same vocal effect.
Well, we did it with Frank.
That was the one thing where I was like, oh, wow, this
Wait,
kind
you
of
did those
sounds similar.
acoustics with Frank? Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Other than that, it sounds so different.
So you guys have been with Frank since the beginning.
Yeah, we've been
Frank's
working
the
with
man.
Frank is awesome.
Yeah.
Frank is the man.
He's a man.
So then, where'd you guys do this one? The newest one?
We did the drums at Barbershop Studios in Jersey.
Okay.
With Brett Romness from On the Avalanche.
Sick. Okay.
And Frank.
He always had it, dude. He
such a
gets
nice guy.
the drum sounds he gets are fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you got that like punchiness, like the
I
fucking.
was
like,
using his drum set, his CC drum set. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, dude. It was great.
did he the massive kick drum or the smaller one?
The smaller one, but it sounds massive, dude. The whole drum set itself. Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited to hear because you specifically play drums like they owe you fucking rent money. So.
And I purposely didn't want to have samples over the drums or none of that. Like, I kept it very acoustic. So.
Yeah, it's a very raw album. Like, there's no samples on the drums, there's no auto-tune on the vocals.
Awesome.
It's very, like...
This is how it is.
This is how it is.
This is what we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just trying to, like, get it out there as to, like, this is what the Nightmare Police is. This is what we are. This is, like... Because, like, the last album, like, I like it. It's very produced. There's a lot of harmonies in there, and, like, we're a three-piece, and, like, we also wanted to be able to do everything that's on the album.
It's definitely
live.
sleek, but it's a great album, though.
Thank you.
I mean, I've seen you guys twice, and you pulled those songs off live as you do on the fucking EP, for sure.
Thank you. The one thing we get the most out of, like, when we're playing live and people see us and they've heard the record and they see us live, they're like, I wish you guys did more harmonies. I wish you guys did more of the harmonies that are on the record live.
It's like it's hard to do 4-part harmonies with 3 people.
It definitely sucks trying to, like, replicate everything, and, like, then you feel bad about what you're trying to do, and you're like, oh, we suck. We're the worst.
Oh,
It's
dude,
like,
I'm the king
really
of
that bad.
No, but dude, I'm the king of that. I can play I'll play the best show of my life, and I'll still walk off stage and just be like, dude, that was fucking awful. Like, why does anyone like me? Like, why are you friends with me?
Like, what is happening right now?
That makes it easy to be humble.
I think that's part of the gimmick, though, man. That's part of the gimmick of playing. It's like, all right, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's why I got to take a step back from it, because I fucking stress about that shit.
I used to.
You used to pretty bad.
Yeah.
You used to really bad.
Yeah. Well, I've played so many shows now. That it's just like, oh, it's the same thing again. I'm just gonna set up my shit.
We had a couple of big shows last year that, like, I got nervous.
Yeah, that was funny. That Matchbook show. Me and Jesus.
fuck you guys. That was my second show ever.
You
I
weren't
was
nervous,
shitting bricks.
Second show with the band or second show ever?
With them. No, with them. Yeah.
I didn't think you were nervous. I wasn't. I was just
I
like,
knew
all right.
one song. Yeah, I knew one song from them, and then they're great, And then was it Marlin Room?
Yeah, the Marlin Room.
It was a Marlin Room. It was like a 250 cap.
600 cap.
Oh, really? Oh,
we probably played for like 2.
Yeah,
we probably played for like 200 that night. Yeah.
It's like our second time playing with this band. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
that was like
nerve-wracking,
one of the most
man.
fun shows I've ever played.
That was definitely one of the most fun shows.
We got free soup. I was talking about this the other day. I got free soup that day, man.
But like,
we were
the weirdest
we were
way.
outside of what's it called again? Webster Hall.
Okay.
Right, and this lady from across the street opens
Still,
the
like,
window.
yelling,
Does anyone
"Soup."
want free soup?
From a
And, like,
store or like her
No,
apartment?
like her
just
house
someone's
or
house.
something, like her apartment.
God
Dude, I
bless
jumped
this
on
woman.
that shit immediately. Like, yep, let me
She just
try
like
this.
runs
It's
across
free
the
soup.
street.
What kind of soup
Fucking
was it?
awesome.
I don't know. He didn't even ask.
I don't even remember.
You were
what
just
kind
like,
of soup it
whatever,
was.
soup? I'm in.
Like, yo, give me that shit.
Dude, I'm Polish, so the second someone says soup, I got like 20 questions.
You
What
had me.
is it?
What kind?
What kind? Is there
kind of
fucking
soup?
black
Bacon?
peppers in it? Because, dude, Polish soup is like everything is loaded with tomatoes, black peppers, and onions. Like, to the top. And it's like fucking. I can't describe it. I just can't. I don't want to describe it. I'll get nauseous. Anyway, that's
So I'm not in the mood for Polish soup
So I
anymore.
definitely don't want that.
I'm gonna pick something different for lunch.
It's fucking to this day. Like, I'm 27 years old, and my parents will still be like, "Daniel, would you like some bigos?" I'm like, even the name's not appealing.
What
Like
is it?
bigos.
What is that?
It's exactly that I was describing. It's like cooked onions.
Oh, okay, with the tomatoes.
Yeah,
okay.
dude, and it's not
I
even
didn't know
like
that's what it was called.
It's
Okay.
like it's not even. It's like tomato paste.
Sounds
It's
terrible.
gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking gnarly.
It sounds like thick
Like thick
Gross
tomato soup with shit
vomit.
in it.
Yeah, dude, that's basically what it is. And I remember it's like a running joke in my family because when I was like 11 years old on New Year's, they ordered pizza. All my cousins ate the pizza, and all that was left was like bigos. So I had like an 11-year-old like tantrum meltdown and crying. I was like, I don't want to eat bigos.
Isn't that the bad guy in like the second Ghostbuster movie?
God, I hope so.
What was that?
Vigo.
Vigo.
Vigo,
Okay.
Migos.
Vigo!
Ghostbusters 3, where Migos is the villain.
Oh my god. Get the proton pack. There's Polish soup.
Yo, did you see the fucking new Ghostbusters movie?
No.
I didn't. I think somebody told me it was shitty, and then I just didn't go.
You heard about the 23 Jump Street? No, was it 23 Jump Men in Black? They're combining Men in
Oh
Black
my
universe
God.
with the 21 Jump Street
That-
What
universe.
is happening?
I don't know if that's gonna be
What is
funny or a
happening?
waste of my life.
It's like actually a real movie?
Yeah, this is gonna be a real thing.
23 minute. I hope there's 23 minute in black.
They don't know if like.
Sounds like a terrible porn movie.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna click on that one.
21 Men in Black.
21 minute black. This is not the video that I was looking
Not what I
for.
wanted to see in my head right now.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Will Smith or Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee. Yeah, I don't think Tommy Lee's coming back. Tommy
I'd
Lee
be
Jones.
Surprised.
I'd be very surprised.
I used to, for the longest time, I used to confuse Tommy Lee and Tommy Lee Jones.
He looked so young.
He looks so good.
That dude has like, I want to know the life that he led because that is the most grizzled fucking face I've ever seen. Like you can like cut a diamond on the fucking like cracks in his skin. Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a crinkly motherfucker.
The guy looks like he's never smiled once in his life. Like the fucking muscles in like his entire face just settled down on this part and just gave him like I guess like swole out. So he has like these huge like 3 cracked creases that are like settled a permanent frown.
It's almost symmetrical too, though.
I think he might have smirked in the second Men in Black movie.
I heard
Just-
that. I heard that took like 50 takes.
Can you make your mouth go up a little?
I'm trying, guys.
My smile muscles are atrophied. No editing. Do not chop this up.
Remember we
Taking
did,
my
didn't we
name
do
off
that
the
with that
project.
interview we did? Didn't we do that with that interview?
We had to
Yeah.
because I said some dumb shit on accident. We were like,
We did this interview with Adobe Radio actually late 2015. It was like a takeover,
Okay.
but like they don't do it. It's not live. So the way they do those is you record them on your own, like talking about the song or whatever, and then the song will play, and then you submit all the files to them and what order they're going to be played in.
Okay.
And they cut it up and put it all together. So we had to like sit in Joe's room. It was me, Joe, and our former drummer Steve, and we were like, we had to do like 6 or 7 different tracks because we had to do like each one for. There's like 2 covers and like the whole EP, and like that's what we were playing for the takeover. So we had like half an hour or whatever. So we had like to cover this amount of time.
I think we had a full hour.
We had a full hour.
Mm.
We had a full hour.
Yeah.
That was a lot of time, and we spent a lot of it just talking, just bullshitting, kind of like we're doing now, which was fun.
But you
still got to edit it.
Pornhub fucking if you went on a video and then once you like played it and then hit pause or like decide to leave the page, a window flash be like your video was successfully shared to all your social media pages.
Oh my god. That's
and
great.
then like once you click on it, like after you fucking have a panic attack and start freaking out, it's like, nah, we're just fucking with you. Happy April Fools.
Oh my god.
Like that would bum me out very much so.
Like all of a sudden, you're like the porn you're watching just shows up on your Facebook. Like everyone knows what exactly you're watching. You should be watching like midget porn.
Yeah, like Danny Kopich is watching German Scheiße.
God, I got bored of regular porn.
Sorry.
There's so much out there. How could you know you don't like it until you check it out?
Dude, it's way too much. Like I've done it once where I fell into a Pornhub hole and I just kept going. Like, you know how you go into YouTube holes where you just keep going through all the related videos. So
you keep getting the recommendations and it just gets
Yeah.
weirder and weirder each time until you're just watching some crazy shit.
To the point where it's just like, by the time I fucking like finished watching it, I just like left my house and I'm just like, you know, bags under my eyes sunken in, cheeks sunken in, like I'm seeing the sun for the first time. Like that shit fucks you up mentally. Some of the stuff that you see.
There's some stuff on there.
Some fucking shit on there.
Like, especially, I mean, if you're going to Pornhub, you're going there for one reason.
Right.
But once you start getting into these holes, like, the reason you're there, like, goes away. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? And it's like a train wreck. It's like you're disgusted and horrified, but you can't look away.
It's literal
What's she gonna do now? No way. She's not gonna put that in her mouth.
Dude, Germans and Ukrainians,
they're into some stuff.
weird as porn. Most insane porn. Like, Ukrainians, big into piss. Piss everything. Piss on
The
everything.
Germans too, apparently.
Germans like to incorporate shit, and they get a little bit more creative with their piss. Like, they fill kiddie pools with piss.
I've never seen that video.
Yeah.
Or video. I'm sure there's more than one.
Yeah, no, there's way more than one.
That's a lot of piss.
I don't
Like
know.
how many people do they have to like let it
Different-
sit?
there's
You
different
gotta,
words
like,
in there.
have-
Yeah,
Dog,
You
that's
need
like
some help.
that's weird.
that's like a 15-person film crew, and like before for the shooting, they're like, all right, man, fill up on a fucking
Was this
gallon before you get here.
indoors?
What's up?
Was this indoors?
Yeah, it was like a weird like.
Imagine walking.
The one I remember was like this weird like sex dungeon.
Oh God! If you wanted to fill a kiddie pool with piss in my living room, do you know how much money you would need to give me? I need like a 10 grand
Like,
deposit
but, like,
minimum.
how do you dispose of that though? Because it's not one of those things where like with a kiddie pool just filled with regular water, you just tip
They
that
just
shit.
leave it there.
Bring
They
in
just-
the
And
next
even
group of porn stars.
inside, like, you just like luckily you have like a giant screen door that you can just like kind of slide it through and get it outside.
Like, do you get one of those machines that you put on like pool covers to like soak up the water that sits on a pool cover
Start,
with like
like-
the hose that runs outside?
oh God, maybe
Get,
They
like, a
probably
little
go to a
pond pump.
hotel.
maybe they all
They
drink it.
rent a hotel. They do that shit and leave it there.
They bring in the next
Leave
group.
like a $4 tip, like quarters.
You don't even have to tip them at that point.
You don't even have to tip them. If you're filling up a kiddie pool with piss, you should probably leave
You
it tip.
shouldn't leave that there to begin with. So why are you gonna tip them?
It's the polite thing to do. If you're leaving 20 gallons of piss somewhere,
You should
maybe
should at
leave
least,
a tip.
at least leave a
Where's it,
couple singles.
Never mind. Forget it. I'm off this topic.
Yeah, this got way
real fucking,
deep into
this
porn.
went 0 to 100.
This went from 6 to midnight.
Let's get back on track. Oh shit! All right, let me get this out of my hand first. So shows you guys haven't played in a while, and it's all with like preparations on the EP and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
So is there like also a time frame of when expect to see you playing again?
Yes. I didn't actually come
Are
prepared
you
to
going to
like.
tell us what it is?
I didn't
Is it
actually come
June
prepared to like
6th?
answer these questions in proper form.
Oh, dude,
Like,
this
to
is
be
hard-hitting journalism.
To be like, hey, so yeah, this is the date, and like, you know, it's basically early June is when we'll be playing the next show on Long Island.
I'm just saying, at the end of this interview, I'm gonna unzip my skin suit and I'm gonna be Matt Pinfield. So. Some
Oh my
answers,
God.
man. You're with Limp Bizkit and the Nightmare Police.
Oh my God. Did somebody tell you that they're on the release show?
because they are. No,
They're opening. Limp Bizkit is opening their release show.
it's like at a gas station.
In Akron, Ohio.
They're gonna open it with the entire album of Hot Dog Starfish. And
Dude, apparently they've been working on an album for like the past 4 years on Cash Money called Stampede of the Disco Elephants.
Really?
Limp Bizkit amuses me, and I also secretly really enjoy their rhythm section. Like John Otto and Sam Rivers are actually a really good. Like if Limp Bizkit, if you get rid of Fred Durst, they're pretty good musically. Like
I don't disagree.
but-
Wes Borland's a pretty sick musician.
Yeah, no, he's super inventive. He definitely has his own thing entirely. But once you get Fred Durst onto the whole thing, it just fucking goes crazy. But
So yeah, early June.
alright.
Yeah, early June is when we're gonna be coming back to Long Island and playing. We have we're doing a tour around Memorial Day, which will be announced soon. And then we're doing. Then the release is gonna be June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Is the release date for the album? Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was the 3rd.
Well,
it
the
was the
third.
6th.
The 3rd is Saturday, so
Oh.
it releases the day before. Friday is the
Yeah.
day of days.
That's the day now.
The
The day of days.
It used to be what? It used to be like Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's
a shitty
Friday
day
now.
for a show.
Yeah, they used to do release shows were still on the weekend, but you'd release it early in the week so people would have. I guess
So they could learn the words.
so they could learn the words. I guess they started doing, but now that it's like available and it's a stream, you can just like pop it on your stereo.
And it's going to be fucking all like Spotify, Bandcamp, Tidal. Does anyone use Tidal?
Never heard of it.
It's like the one
Me neither.
Jay-Z did.
It's the Jay-Z one. Yeah, it'll be on Apple Music, Spotify.
And there's going to be physical releases too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. We actually do printing of
You had the
physical releases.
Burning Orchard.
Yeah, Burning Orchid Records.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do. Joe and I do CD duplication. So
Okay, sick.
yeah, so we're gonna be printing up some shiznit.
We're gonna press them.
Gonna press them for y'all.
Then we're gonna dry them.
No, we're not gonna dry them because we don't do that anymore. Because that was the worst.
Wow.
We were shirt printing, like we were doing our own merch.
Yeah.
And we would spend like 6 hours in my fucking basement, like with a heat gun. Like I'd press the shirt,
Oh,
and then
man.
we'd use the heat gun to cure it.
That's not the right way.
And it would take
It's not the
forever.
easy way.
Yeah.
You
It's-
mean
you
use
could do it.
alcohol to cure it?
You guys would use alcohol.
I was
That's what
using
You guys
it
would get fucking housed.
internally. Well, because I'm gonna stand there for 6 hours, just like with a heat gun, staring at the same shirt over and over again, and you want me to not be drunk? Do this really boring thing for 6 hours, but be sober for it, because it's
Yeah.
important to have balance while you're standing over a table.
It's just there's things like that you kind of need more of like a shop for.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to do.
Or just some kind of press for the drying would have
Yeah.
some
Just-
sort of quick drying technique.
They have those shits in actual shops, and like it just gets to be too much when you're like taking on orders and
Yeah.
you're doing multiple shirts for multiple bands, including your own band.
Especially if it's a big design.
Yeah.
Like that new one that we have that Jesus drew.
Yeah, which is
It's like
awesome.
the whole front of the shirt, and it's all like skinny lines, and you have to do like each line, just like tracing the whole thing. For those shirts took like 20 minutes each.
Yeah. We only printed like 20 of them though.
Yeah.
24, I think.
Took forever.
We still have some left. So
They're
those
cool.
like they're very cool shirts. I
like
like
them.
those shirts.
So
They just took
if it's a
forever.
limited run, just do the Yeezy thing where it's just selling like 1 of 20, 75 a pop.
Oh my God.
Last.
We're not. I don't even know if we're
I
at
don't think
that
anybody
point
wants to
yet.
buy them for 75. They'd be like,
Maybe
nah.
if we did vinyl and like and line and like numbered the vinyl like 1 through 50.
Yeah.
Like that would be something that we could probably sell all of them. Pretty much. We didn't enjoy that.
CD duplication is nice. I don't mind it.
No, I don't mind it either.
No,
Dude, I'm trying to get into vinyl duplication because that's my end game.
I don't know what kind
Leafing?
of,
Yeah.
Yeah,
The machines
I
are
feel like
about
that's
like
expensive.
40 Gs.
40
40 Gs. So I
for like
need,
the cheap one.
no, the cheap one's like 15, 20. But I'd rather if like, you know, if you're going to the age old saying, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So
Yeah.
there's money in it, you know. So the end game is eventually do that, but that's something I would want to get like a business for, get like an LLC, so then I could just take out a business loan under the LLC, get the fucking presser, and then just over time payments be able to pay it off.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how a lot of that stuff works. There's a lot of this stuff works. You know.
Yeah,
It's all just business.
yeah, it's just trying
Numbers and business.
To, yeah,
I mean, that's how it all is.
I mean, how long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing? Guys been doing the Burning Orchid records?
Oh, less than
I
a
don't
year.
know. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically it started because we had problems getting our first EP pressed. We didn't actually have hard copies at our release show. Right? Like the first guy just never got back to us.
Yeah, we
never
just
did
didn't. We
anything.
just didn't. No, the shipping got messed up on the first set, and we got them late, and then we got more printed in the meantime. It just like didn't really work out. Like we just didn't get in time, and so we had to basically do them ourselves because we were like, we need these, so we just did them ourselves, and it came out pretty good.
Yeah, I think they come out good.
You know, so.
So we're like, well, if anybody else needs CDs, we'll do them for you because at least you'll get them on time because we
Yeah.
know what that's like. So
That shit is fucking brutal.
Yeah, we've definitely had to run out last minute for supplies before because it's like these guys need their CDs tomorrow.
I mean, it's better to have to run out for supplies that you know you can get immediately and get it done than have to hope and pray to God that the FedEx guy comes tomorrow buying you.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty crazy.
That
we had like a
happened.
week to do this band's album, and
We just didn't have enough blank discs.
we didn't have enough CDs, and we ordered them early in the week. But Amazon, the big
It was that week
snowstorm
of that
happened.
snowstorm,
Oh, yeah.
So it got delayed like 2 days.
They got delayed by 2 days. We got them like the day after they were picking them up, but we ended up being
We
able to go
found
buy
them.
them in a store, in a Best Buy, the same CDs
Really?
in a Best Buy. Yeah,
That's
we're
fucking
so lucky.
That is
Yeah,
lucky.
so we're like,
lucky.
okay, good, because now we can finish this and give these. I would have felt horrible.
I would have felt unbelievably horrible. I would have given them all their money back though.
Yeah.
I would have given them all their money back. Be like, this is really
Sorry.
It's really been really bad business for like the first couple of orders. You mess one up,
That's definitely honorable because I know a lot of other fucking CD duplication places. They'll be like, tough ditties, man. You get it when you get it.
Well, that happened to us the first time around. So
Yeah.
like, I don't want anybody else to not have their shit for their release.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we would have probably driven around a lot more if we didn't find them at the one
We
place
would have
went
looked at
to.
another
We
store.
would have probably driven around a lot to try and find one.
And
We
they had
probably would
one
have gone
pack
to like
left.
Nassau County
Yeah.
to like go get them, something like that. We would have gone as far as we needed to.
We got the last one.
Yeah.
We did.
That's dedication, man.
If you're hairier than a Wookiee and taller than... Oh, shit. If you're hairier than an Ewok and taller than Shaquille O'Neal, you might be a Wookiee. If you're the co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon, you might be a Wookiee.
Oh, it gets me every time.
If you're
There's
a
been
weapon of
longer.
choice,
There's
it's
been
some
longer
sort of weird laser
pauses.
crossbow, you might be a Wookiee. Here's your sign.
So good.
Holy shit. What do you think of Blink 180 Trio?
Trio. I don't know. I mean, I liked that album.
Did you hear the 2 new songs they just put out?
No.
One, in my opinion, is really good. One is really bad.
Seems
Which
fair.
one did you think was good?
Misery.
Misery? I liked Parking Lot.
Parking Lot just sounded too much like they were trying to recapture something. I mean, Skiba's verses sounded awesome. When Mark came in with his verse, it was just kind of like, all right, dude, you've done this verse like a fucking million times already.
Yeah, that was the one thing I did feel about it too. I was like, if Skiba sang all the verses in that song, it probably would have been a good song, a really good song.
I'm getting to the point that if just Skiba just only sings it, like, I'm hoping that this deluxe edition he has like some solo songs. Because Mark was honestly like the low point on California, as much as I hate to say it. That's my opinion.
Well, I mean, as Trio fans, for me, like, I love Skiba more than I love Mark.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think
So,
it was,
like, that's
it's
just me.
exactly what was expected. It's Blink-182 and Alkaline Trio mix.
But I
Like,
feel
what
like-
are you gonna? That's what you're gonna hear though.
I feel like Skiba had to dumb it down, though, man. Like, he definitely...
That's the thing. That's Blink.
I haven't
That's
heard. I haven't
Trio
heard it
and
in a
Blink.
while.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the two of them together.
Was it Cynical? That's
Yeah.
Cynical
that's
is
still
like-
my favorite song.
Yeah, Cynical's sick.
I like that one.
I don't know how he's able to do that. Like, the fuck-up he does in the recording and then just gets right back into it, he nails it perfectly. Because you know how he stops and says, fuck, and then kicks right back in?
Yeah.
That wasn't meant to be. That was a fuck-up. I've seen Blink 4 times, and I've been disappointed 2 of them. So I just watched Travis, and Travis never fucking let down. Tom was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom was good at the beginning.
I don't know, dude. Like when they first did the reunion in 2009, I went and I was psyched, so I just got hammered and sang along with every song. And then I went on the Neighborhoods tour, and I just... Because Trio opened, so I was more psyched on them.
That's a Jones Beach one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was there for that. That was
Yeah, dude, Tom
I
was-
thought they did good. I don't know. I liked even which is really weird. I've never seen My Chemical Romance, and I saw them. They're actually really good live.
They
They're
are very
really
good.
I was
good.
so surprised.
Like live. Yeah, performers, I guess.
There's just,
Would be the word.
dude, I remember seeing them at like Sports Plus in like 2003.
I
Oh
was
my
at that
god.
show.
Yeah,
I
dude.
forgot that they had shows.
They were-
at
that
Sports
was
Plus until
what
just
was that?
now.
That was the Used.
The Used didn't
Thrice.
play that show.
Yeah, it was the Used, Thrice, and My Chemical Romance.
And Story of the Year.
Story, yeah.
That
fuck,
show happened
I
at
forgot about
Sports Plus.
That
Yeah.
show happened at Sports
Dude,
Plus.
and,
Yeah.
and then
That's
then a
ridiculous.
week later, I saw Hatebreed and Biohazard at that same exact place.
What, like that room was like a 50 cat. It wasn't big.
On the back one?
No, the back
okay,
was
never mind.
huge.
Yeah, never mind. I was picturing the little room.
I saw Brand New there. I saw Hopes Fall there in like a smaller room.
Hopes Fall. They're coming out with a new album.
I know. They're recording it at Voodoo.
Really?
I've been
Was
there.
I not supposed to say that?
I don't know.
I don't really keep up with the music news like that actively, so I don't know.
I know they did just record at Voodoo.
Well, we'll go back. We'll research it. If I don't see it as news anywhere, I'll cut it out. If I see it somewhere, we'll leave it in.
Yeah, they did it at Voodoo, and I'm gonna say it again because fuck you editing.
It's all good.
Because fuck you, editing. You're like talking to not a thing.
It's instead just
that
gonna
all
be
the
me later this week with like my headphones on. Like, oh, come on!
That's not even my name.
It doesn't matter.
None of this matters. It's Latanuski. Just say Smith.
We're doing it.
This is like that Sesame Street thing. And the number joint. Big Bird joint
This
is not a letter.
podcast is brought to you by the letter B.
I'm just
bomb.
I'm curious because James left this here yesterday, that fucking camera, because he's like trying to figure out how to like start doing video for everything. I'm just curious if he's like laying in bed right now, sick as fuck, just like flipping it on, just seeing how I'm doing, and then just like sending me texts that I know it's like, you're fucking awful, dude.
We sound like shit.
What would you guys say is the worst show you ever played?
Oh man,
Hang on,
North
I gotta think
Carolina.
for a second, but
North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
The dude, did he have fucking dildos strapped to him? Or
Wait,
something?
what?
Like, it was weird, man.
All right, please go into this in detail.
No, I'm gonna let them finish now.
Wait, hold on. So we're in agreement that was our worst show because I think that was definitely one of them.
If it wasn't the worst show, it's got to be top 3.
Cleveland, Ohio sucked. No.
I mean, that Cleveland show in the warehouse was pretty. Actually,
was
there was
okay.
some people there. That wasn't that bad.
The warehouse
No,
show
there was
was
just
okay.
one drunk. I don't know. I remember.
I think Greensboro might be.
I think that was the worst.
I think that might be the worst one.
There's a couple of kind of shitty ones.
So
Usually they're fun.
But like worse in the sense of just like weird fucking crowd. It was just the second you got there, you knew it was gonna be off.
No, we thought it was gonna be good.
we thought it was gonna be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
It turned- it
like
turned-
cool.
we don't really ever have. That's one thing about us is like we always try to go into shows with like a positive attitude. Like being a touring band, like if you go into a show in another state somewhere and like you're expecting it to be bad, like it's probably gonna be bad. You're gonna play bad. You're gonna have a bad attitude, and like it's just gonna like kind of bleed through into your performance.
Thank
and you know.
Please teach me these ways.
So we just try to go into every show that we play with like a good attitude and be like, hey, this show's gonna be awesome. Like, you know, whatever happens, we're just gonna play, have fun.
Yeah.
Because we love playing. We're just gonna have fun. So we get to the show and we're like,
That
Even
goes
the
back
shitty
to
ones, you
being
still
like
get like that.
positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with the
Like,
shitty ones,
setting up
when it
like-
turns into a shitty show, it's like 10 minutes just like, fuck, the show got shitty. I'm just going to go have fun anyway, though, now. Like, whatever.
yeah, we still
There's
do
certain
that.
places, yeah. That
this
we
shows-
got really stupid.
So I booked this
On purpose.
place called New York Pizza in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I was like, I heard it's really good because we were trying to go to Charlotte, but we couldn't get Charlotte that day, so we ended up going to Greensboro.
Dude, it was just the last band. That's what. It was just weird. It was too weird.
So we get there. It was fine. We're having a good time. We get a few days before this pop punk band from the area like hits me up and it's like, hey, I see you guys. We listen to your EP. Like, I see you're playing a show here. Could we play? And we're just like, well, sure. We'll add a fourth band. We can add a fourth band. It's no big deal. I don't know the other two bands, and this band's definitely pop punk, and they'll probably
Yeah.
bring fans for us. So they play first. A bunch of people are there, and then we find out we're playing third, and we're like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. Like, but it's 21 and over, and a lot of their fans are under 21.
Oh, okay.
So most of their fans leave after like the second band. And then we find out we're getting pushed to the last band.
The show at least running on schedule?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
So the guy,
The band that made us bump into
the
the,
band that
fourth
made us
spot
bump
had,
into
like,
the fourth spot
really long set list.
had like a 45-minute set. They played. They were the singer was dressed in like what looked like traffic cones.
Dressed in traffic cones.
Like it was all orange. He was wearing like he had like these gloves with light up fingers on them, and he was playing bass. Like he had this hat
The one
with
guy had,
two
like,
fucking like flags
things.
sticking out of the top with like little like those straight flags.
Yeah.
Sticking out of the top, and all in orange, and sunglasses. The guitar player had like was dressed like a fancy pirate.
Like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Fancy pirate. Okay.
And the drummer was just this like
Dressed in army, like an
dressed in an army outfit, and he was
vet.
like 60.
Yeah.
Like
They
he
were good.
looked like,
You know what? The drummer was good. They were like the drummer was
and they were
awesome.
singing about they were singing about like political
It's just
weird baby
It's
fucking
weird.
They were singing about like weird shit.
weird shit.
What
And
kind of music was this?
It was like punk. It's like straight punk.
But like with weird viewpoints on life and the world.
It was weird.
It was a really old fat dude too. Like I don't know, his hair was receding, and it was just like weird.
And then
he
we
was
played
super
last.
sketchy. And then he was trying to take money from us at the door, like demanding money and demanded to play last, and like or like whatever.
Demanding to play before the touring band and like all this stuff, and we're just like,
dude, why
like,
is this so hard? Like it shouldn't be this hard. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was just a weird experience.
I mean, it was cool. The cool thing, we always try to take something positive out of the show, regardless of like, because we were such a bad attitude at that point. Because this guy's been playing for like 40 minutes, and we're just like, fuck, we just want to fucking play now. Like, it's like there's nobody here.
There's nobody here anymore.
Everybody
You made
left.
everybody leave because you guys
made
are
everybody leave
singing
because you guys
awkward
are
shit.
fucking ridiculous.
Psychopaths.
Yeah, so
And
everybody
everybody's
leaves.
gone. So then we play to like
We played
that
to like two
band's-
people from the band that opened.
Yeah, we played to like two guys of the band that opened. They were like singing along, so that was cool. They listened to the stuff and were like into it. They bought some shit, and like it was still cool because we met them. That was like the positive thing we took out of it. We were like, all right, we met this cool band. They're in our genre. We know they can bring some people, you know, out to a show on last minute. So they definitely could bring people to show if they promote it. So like we made this cool fan. They're called Come Clean, by the way, if they're listening.
Come clean. Don't start on the Pornhub shit again. They don't sing anything about that. Is there a clean? Well, do you have any paper towels at your house? Tissues are a bad idea because they'll get stuck to you.
Yeah.
From left to right.
Only if you're out of paper towels. Left to right. How are you doing it?
You a second to get that one
I
too.
didn't tie my shoes. I didn't tie them. Leave me alone, man.
Is that what the kids are calling it? Left to right.
So yeah, that was probably our worst show.
So what was the best show?
That's a toss up between I think
the house
two.
show, man. The house show
Oh.
was fucking fun.
I mean, yeah.
That was awesome.
The one in Charlotte.
The second one we did. The first one was sick too. I was just really drunk.
Oh, Drinko de Mayo. That was
so
so
drunk.
much fun.
That was fun.
I was drunk.
That
man,
one was.
yeah.
I totally
was
forgot
wasted.
about that show.
There was that dude in the kitchen who just kept like handing us weird shots.
Yeah.
That
He
show
was
was
like,
fun.
have another shot, and I was like, I have to play in 20 minutes.
love those dudes.
Come on, man, it's Drinko de Mayo.
But
Okay.
I feel like house shows, it's like you're almost encouraged to play looser because everyone's there having fun. It's like
Yeah.
so they're all about the energy, man.
You're
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm glad that you guys are all jumping up and down, but I just want to make a public service announcement. The ceiling fan is blazing right now. Like, just be careful. Keep jumping, but just know it's there, please.
I've definitely seen some disastrous.
Just jump up. That fan was moving. It was not on low.
I think I hit you hard.
And that house show in Charlotte where we had to stop jumping. We were playing Newfound Glory cover, and we had to stop jumping because the whole floor was shaking, and the
Yeah.
PA was gonna fall over.
Yeah, that was crazy. You weren't there for that. That was with
No.
Terry. That was when we played in front of Adam Lazara from
That's-
Taking Back Sunday.
That was a
Yeah.
fun
Came to
show.
that house show.
That's sick.
He was
Yeah.
creeping on us.
He was creeping on us. That was fun.
He seems like a
He
strange
bought merch.
dude. Really?
Yeah.
He bought all
two
the
shirts.
merch.
He bought 2 shirts, a CD, and he gave us like almost $50
That's fucking awesome.
at that house show. Yeah.
So the singer of Taking Back Sunday is rocking a Nightmare Police shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
And then his friend bought a shirt too that he brought with him.
Sick.
His wife was there.
His wife
They
was
took like a night
fun.
off from their kids to like come to the house show.
How
and
is he?
party
Because
with us.
I've heard like
It was
very,
super cool. He was super cool. He was like mobbed all night though, still
Yeah.
at the house party. Like,
I, like,
just
barely talked to him.
I barely talked to him.
Yeah.
He came over to buy merch from me after the show was over, and like, you know, I talked to him then and was just like, dude, that's cool, man. And really didn't talk to him else besides that. He was just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
His wife was like,
She was a little bit.
she was a little bit intoxicated. It was very entertaining. It was a very fun night. She just.
It wasn't like
she-
a sad amount.
It wasn't
of
a sad
drunk.
amount of drunk at all. She was actually just very lively. She kept the party going.
Oh, all right. I mean,
And she was dancing.
Dude, they were
and
away
had
from the kids.
music
She was,
and they were
yeah, she was dancing.
She was having a lot of fun.
Away
Really
from the
cool.
kids for a night. It's awesome that night away from the kids, they decide to go to a house show. Like, that's still like.
But we played a second house show at that same house.
was
the one
also
we played with
very
you,
fun.
which was also very fun.
I think I had the most fun.
And then you got.
It was the last night of tour. I was like, come on, guys, home stretch. Like, I'm going to have fun no matter what happens tonight. And I think we might have had a couple of screw-ups in the set, and you guys were, like, taking it.
Oh, yeah, we
like,
took it pretty hard that
stressfully.
night,
I'm just
yeah.
like, whatever, dude. It was the last show. I don't care. I'm just going to have fun. Last show.
The Broadside show.
That was a lot of fun.
that was
That was a lot of fun.
I mean, the Matchbook show was
Matchbook
like one
show.
of my favorites of all time.
Yeah,
that was
playing
just
Webster
cool
Hall.
because I saw the original release.
That's probably your.
That's
best
why
show.
it was so cool for me, because I was at the Matchbook release for Voices.
Yeah.
The day it came out, I saw it at the Crazy Donkey. I wasn't even old enough to drink yet. And then 10 years later, I was opening up for them at the 10-year anniversary of Voices.
That's
like,
fucking. That's
so
cool.
it made it
That's
probably
sick.
cooler than it would have been, just because I was just a random kid.
It's
last time.
definitely like a surreal aspect to something
Yeah.
like that.
It was. That was probably my favorite too, just because I've known those guys for so long.
Yeah.
Like I was around when they were like called the Getaway, and
I remember that. Yeah.
they were called the Getaway. They were playing at the Sahara in Syosset.
Yeah.
And they were playing to no one. And like I got picked up by their bass player. Like I've hung out with their bass player, like gone over to his house and shit. Like he's just and had dinner with him,
Yeah.
like his family and shit. Really awesome dude. Lives in Nashville now, and like I've always wanted to play with them since I was like a kid. I was like I'm playing in this band. I want to play with you. Like we get on the show, and I had a show with them in my old band YMGH, my fucking first band, like my first band ever. Mother's Grace here. I had a show with them in Connecticut. I got us on a show.
Yeah.
But their parents of the rest of my band, we were like in high school, wouldn't let us leave the state to play play a show in another state, so we didn't play.
Yeah.
So after all that time, they just got bigger and bigger and bigger. They blew up, and then they released Voices, and it was awesome. And I kind of lost touch with them.
Yeah.
And then once we started this project, I was like, all right, let's just test out the waters, see what he thinks. And I was like, I went through their agent. Like I went to the agent
Really?
to get. Yep. I didn't contact the band. I went to the agent and said, hey, we're submitting for the Matchbook show,
So
seeing
you-
if there's any local support on there, you know, if anything like that.
So you went to honor.
And we said our draw, everything like that, and they got back to me and said, hey, we'll address this like in X amount of days. So they come back to us, they're like, hey, we sent your stuff over to the band, we'll see if you guys get approved. So they sent our stuff over, and then Ryan, I'm still friends with him on Facebook, messaged me, was like, hey, I heard your band, I really like it.
Sick.
And then we got the email, it was like, hey, you guys are on the show.
That's fucking awesome.
So
And that show drew like.
it was
Beautiful.
packed.
I think it was sold out.
It didn't sell out. It was
Oh, it
like
was close.
50 tickets from selling out. It was
Yeah.
like 550, and the sellout's 600.
I mean, Webster Hall it was the Marlin Room.
Yeah.
Marlon Room. It was
It's
not even
still-
the studio. It was the big middle room.
It's a fucking big room. I saw all the atmosphere there. Well, when you guys tour coming up, are you going to be hitting any places that you haven't hit yet? Like, is there anywhere in the country that you haven't got to play yet that you want to?
I want to go to California.
Well, we haven't gone across. Well, we have gone across the Mississippi River, but for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we crossed it and crossed back in Arkansas. I mean,
pretty big area we haven't touched.
there's a lot of places we haven't touched. Like as far as we haven't played in like Wisconsin or Minneapolis or anything like that, and I see a lot of bands doing that in Iowa and stuff.
I feel like you guys would absolutely kill it in Minneapolis, because Minneapolis, keep in mind, that's replacements in Husker Du territory. So the kind of like, more or less like the pop punk and like melodic punk, or just like heavy like melodic alt rock, that's arguably where it all started. And there's still a very devout heart to that there. So you guys would absolutely kill it there.
I actually really like Minneapolis. I've been to Minneapolis before.
I haven't been there, but
I've played there with one of my old bands on tour, and it's just, I love that city. It's like one of
Yeah.
my favorite places in the country, actually.
yeah, I mean, First Avenue is its own mecca in itself.
Yeah.
That place is legendary. Fucking Prince filmed Purple Rain there. Do you know how many times I've gotten stoned, watched him play that original Purple Rain performance there with goddamn tears in my eyes? Powerful.
What?
1.
17.
You were way off.
Yeah, I figured it was either going to be a lot or a little. The other guess was 5,000.
It's over 9,000.
Nah, that 5,000 is how many times I've seen Haggard.
Oh my god.
I can quote that movie from that
1
movie.
is the number of times I've heard somebody reference that movie, and it was just now. I've seen that movie. I didn't think anybody else had ever seen that movie.
That movie was a Bible to me growing up.
Oh my god.
That, like CKY2K, CKY3.
Oh my god. I might have to watch that movie now.
Yeah, it's not like she's getting eaten out on stage for 311 tickets.
Oh my god, Deco is hilarious in that movie.
I don't understand why he didn't blow up. I think
he was always one of my
famous.
favorite like characters in that crew.
Oh, dude, he was hilarious. I'm still trying to figure out if Andrew WK actually bashed his face open on the cover of that first album.
Don't know. Could be fake blood.
Just because it's Andrew WK, I feel like I'd be let down if it was fake blood. So this seems like a guy who just parties until he literally just has a gaping fucking hole in his face pouring blood.
Got a song about that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When it's time to party.
Party hard.
Dude, it's time to party. Party hard. Party till you die. Party till you drop.
Party like it's 1999.
Yeah.
Do you think that he
Really?
likes
Yeah.
partying?
No, I've been trying to put together like an Andrew WK like cover band for like a Halloween, where it's just everyone just dresses like Andrew WK and just does like a 3-4 song set list. And it's only songs that have party in the title and She Is Beautiful. But no one wants to do it. It's like this is a pipe dream I've been like actively pursuing for like 3 years, and it's just ain't coming to fruition. It ain't happening.
I wanted to do the Halloween thing last year.
Halloween thing is fun.
It's definitely a pain in the ass though, because you have to literally learn like a whole set of someone else's songs in like X amount of time. Anything else you guys want to like touch on as far as like upcoming stuff, news?
News. Plugs and news.
No, because in general, you guys have been fucking quiet for a while, aside from like a couple of recording updates here and there. So
Yeah, we've been pretty quiet. This release is the biggest thing that's coming up right now. Release the tour. We're just trying to get everything off the ground again.
Yeah.
It's basically just we're just really excited about what's to come and what we're doing with this, and we hope that everybody else is too, and they really dig the stuff that we're coming out with.
sick. So then like second half of 2017 is just gonna be fucking busy for you guys.
Yeah,
Any
that's what we're
plans?
expecting. So
Any plans into next year?
working on it.
Yeah.
Still working on it. Would love to figure that out sooner than later.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
maybe new music, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe new music, maybe more tours.
I mean, touring's always a good thing, man. I haven't seen you guys in a while, so I'm excited to fucking see you guys start playing again, especially with the new shit.
We're excited to get out there again. We're excited to see people and have fun.
All right, sick. Well, I guess let's wrap this up. I think we've pretty much hit every point.
Yeah.
I think. All right, let's wrap this up.
You might be a Wookiee.
I mean, if you want to sign off with that. No pressure, though. Nah, it's fine. All right, so it's, what do you call it? The Facebook is facebook.com/Nightmare, The Nightmare Police.
The Nightmare Police.
And then the Bandcamp, thenightmarepolice.bandcamp.com.
Yep.
It's all on Spotify, Apple Music.
Yep.
Fucking Bandcamp. All right.
Yep. Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, thenightmarepolice.com also.
Sick. All right,
For a
gentlemen.
centralized location of all of your Nightmare Police needs.
Oh my god.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having us, Danny.
Absolutely.
Thank you.